and welcome back to Ashton United TV. I'm joined by manager Michael Clegg for a special update interview. Michael, first of all, how are you?
I'm good, Tom. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Michael, how good does it feel to be back training and playing games with the squad?
It's been brilliant, Tom. I think we've had 3 training sessions, 4 games, and it's just been good getting back in a routine. We just threw it out there, just said to the lads, if you want to run a little camp in April, we're more than happy to do that. If you want to keep away from that, that's also no problem. So we kind of just ran with one. We had a load of interest. We had a load of lads come in and want us to have a look at them and them to have a look at us. So it's been really fruitful. Some things have been good, some have been bad. Couple of the games really good, a couple of them not so good. But I think it just stands in good stead. And normally the first couple of week managers have in pre-season of kind of just trawling through players and people finding the feet. We've had that done in April, really.
Yeah, excellent. What would you say has been the biggest thing that you've missed about football? Obviously, we've been away for about 3 or 4 months now, coming back into it. What would you say is that one thing that you've missed?
It's just everyone being together, being in a routine, playing football, having a laugh. And it's been a bad year, hasn't it? It's been tough for everybody. It's been really, really hard. Some people have lost jobs. Some have had to get new careers. Football's kind of become irrelevant to some people, and it's been just really good to get back and get amongst it, have a bit of banter and just get out. We've loved every minute of it, mate. It's been so good, obviously, seeing yourself, seeing the regular faces around the club and getting back into a routine. I think we've all missed it.
So I understand you and the coaching team have been very busy during the lockdown. Can you tell us a little bit more about the preparations that you've been putting in place?
Yeah, we've just done as much as we can, Tom. We've looked through teams who were successful this year in our league. We've looked at ourselves. We've looked at numbers from certain players and just a bit of it. Well, you've seen the detail we've gone into. I mean, it's been unbelievable, some of the work. But we've just carried on working because we want it to work here. And like I keep saying, we've treaded water for 15 months, 16 months. Every manager in our league has. Everyone's frustrated for different reasons. You've got people like myself who's been up and down. We went on a good run, a bad run, a good run. You want to try and find out what makes you tick. And you've had teams who've been poor, teams have been really good. And people are going to come out of this and really find a lot out about themselves and the teams and the direction they want to go. We're dead clear on the direction we want to go next season. You was in our team meeting the other week. We made it very, very clear from the first minute that what we're expecting. And, well, we can't give too much away, can we? But I don't think we've left any stone unturned in terms of the data we've tried to capture and the games we've tried to watch back from wherever it is we can pull them and stuff. And obviously recruitment, which is a massive thing at this time of year for managers as well.
Yeah, you briefly touched on the data models. Obviously, we won't go into too much detail, but what would you say the benefits that you and the squad are going to get from that this season?
Well, we did that anyway previously, but we was depending on a couple of mates of mine at pro clubs who done us a bit of data and a bit of analysis as and when they could. So we've just brought that in house now and just ring fenced it. So for us, we know after a game on a Saturday, as soon as that game's downloaded, we'll be going to work and getting things out there. And we've just made it a bit faster. We were relying on favours, to be honest. I mean, it was high quality what we was getting, but we couldn't determine how quick we got that back. So first and foremost, we've looked to do that. Secondly, it's just kind of, just the simple stuff in games, pass completion, crossing, just the basic, lads. And listen, that's not me being busy. Lads want that these days. Lads want to know how they've played. Lads want to know how far they've run, and all them things stack up and matter. But it's like anything, Tom. If you don't bring a heart and a bit of humility to any football club, all that'll never work. So So first and foremost, it's just about the person being right, and then them fitting into how we want them to play.
Yeah, agreed. You've played a handful of friendlies over April with varying results. How do you feel they've gone so far?
It's been brilliant for us. I'll just kind of touch on all four of them as briefly as I can. So Rylands was a bit crazy. So we'd not met since December the 19th. We've just turned up at Rylands with 20 players and give two sets of 10 with a keeper. It was all right in bits, and then the game was exactly what it was. It was a team who'd been prepping for 6-7 weeks for a couple of really big games, which I'm so glad we could help Rylands with. Dave, fantastic manager there, and he just asked us would we take a team out to help with their preparation, which we did. They were very good. I was well impressed with them. I was well impressed with the clubhouse and the plans they had, and wish Rylands nothing but the best. I hope they go all the way. So it wasn't a fantastic day for us, but on the way there, what are you expecting? 20 lads don't really know each other. We've literally threw kits on at the side of the pitch. Clubhouse weren't open, change room weren't open. And it was just one of them days. But again, it was just good to get everyone back together. After that came Chorley. So we went away to Chorley. We won 1-0 there. Thermal had very mixed team out, had a few first teamers out, I think a couple of trialists, a couple of 21s. Very competitive game again, played in good spirits. We were very good. We were very good on that night, won that 1-0. Then we went to Mosley Saturday. Well, you was there, weren't you? You know, it was difficult for both teams. It was boiling. The pitch was rock hard, and to be honest, they were really impressive. Mosley, I thought they were good, and they got on top of us. And we changed it a lot. We had a lot of trialists in and patched a lot of things up, and we didn't have a striker and all that kind of caper. But it's just about getting on the pitch. And then obviously we went to Prestwich last night with a very familiar side. And we was good last night. We were really good. The way we moved the ball last night was very good. But when Sam Sheridan's like that, he was mega last night, and when he plays well, we play well, and it was a good way to end it. So we've got loads from it, Tom. Like I say, you know me, I'll try and pretend I'm happy just being about it, but I wasn't too happy after Mosley Saturday. But again, some people's mindsets are all over at the moment. Some are just happy to be back out. You still got your lads who are just eager to win. Some are looking at his game minutes. Some trialists are not probably wanting to get injured because they want deals, and that was a bit all over. But last night kind of reassured me that we are going in the right direction, and it's been a long break, and we have got a lot out of it. I was really pleased last night.
Good, fantastic to hear. Last season you spoke about a lack of togetherness amongst the squad. Do you feel so far during this April kind of mini break that there's been a sense of an increase amongst team cohesion?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we've got a great group of lads, and it's been tough because like last year we didn't have one coach trip, we didn't have one night out. We did very, very few games. We got changed together. They got showered together. They played the music together. They ate together after games. It was all very few and far between, and we was relatively new team, so that was difficult. But it's been and gone that now. I don't want to keep making excuses. April's been good. Saturday, Mosley, we all stayed for a couple of hours, a couple of drinks, and we're going to train on Saturday and try and do something together again on Saturday, and then we'll break for 6 and 7 weeks. And got a good squad there. Got to remember last year as well, we started the season strong, we had that patch in between, and then we ended it strong. So the foundations are there. It's just about kind of getting it all right now, and but there's a good group, definitely some characters in there, and when you've got your Brad Lynches and all that, they're hard working, but they're good people,
Yeah, you could definitely sense it on Saturday as well. There was just a more together group was there, a few players just having a joke and a bit of a banter with each other, which is great to see. Looking ahead to next season, what are your ambitions for the club?
Well, we just need to be better, Tom, all over from start to finish. We need to be more consistent. We need to be more exciting. We need to be quicker. We need to be more intense, and that's the team we're trying to build. So we're hoping that can happen. That certainly looked the case for bits at Chorley and bits again last night. So it's more of that, and obviously I'm like no other manager. We're looking to strengthen. We've had a couple of decent conversations with players already who are good, and if you could get a couple of them in, it'd make us a lot stronger. If they don't, you got to look elsewhere, and we're just really excited. I'm really happy to be back in swing of it. Your phone's going, you're buzzing, he's available, what you doing with him, and all that kind of stuff. I like all that side of the game. I've just come back now, actually, from meeting someone socially distanced outside, of course. So yeah, it's good. That's why my hair looks so nice, actually. And I'm still actually on the drive, because if I go in my house, I don't get a minute. So yeah, we've had a couple of decent chats. Whether they come through, I don't know. But the caliber of them type of players will still show you that hopefully we're an attractive option for some. But we are also really happy with what we've got at the moment. It's obvious what we need. We can't go into the season with what we've got with small on numbers. But we've had a couple of trialists in who've done really well. I don't know if we'll be able to keep one of them. Done really well last night. Scored a couple of goals. Hopefully he can go higher. If he doesn't, we'd be happy to take him. And yeah, it's just exciting. I think we can have a good 6-7 week break now, however long it is, and come back in at June and be ready. And for me, it's just April's kind of just made pre-season a bit clearer, because I've always been one, let anyone come in first couple of weeks, and you can find yourself getting lads fit who aren't going to be there, putting time and effort into lads who aren't going to be there. And I think we can go into pre-season now clear minds of exactly what it is we want to do, because we've messed about in April, and I'm glad we have done that.
Yeah, sounds like an excellent plan that you've put in place. Since his announcement as captain, Michael Brewster has just been in stupendous form. What can we expect to see from him this season?
Definitely an haircut, because it's shocking. He definitely needs an haircut, and he just keeps talking about like how he's going to be the best dad in the world, like all the time, which I'm best dad in the world, so like he won't be able to do that. He's everything you want, isn't he, Tom?
Yeah.
With the captain, your roles and responsibilities are much more than just your standards on the pitch, and it's how we drive them away. Getting lads to do things right. He's relentless. He's on them, but I think his game has really come on. He's a fit, strong lad anyway. You wouldn't want to be coming up against him on a Saturday, because he doesn't give you a minute. He's been good. And that's why we wanted him to be captain. And to be honest, we wanted him to be captain a lot earlier, but we didn't want to put that pressure on him so early and stuff. So I think the timing was quite right. And I think it's been a bit of a change since Brewster's come in, and he takes some stick as well off the lads because he's proper busy. But he just loves it. And that's how he lives his life. He lives his life as a footballer away from it. And I think to do anything at this level, you've got to do that. I think especially the lads who talent kind of varies at our level, and some will kind of get through on that alone, and some aren't good enough to get through on that alone. And when you've got people with mindsets like him, and a few others are similar, there's a lot of others similar to that at ours, and makes it a lot easier for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. Moving away from the football, what have you made of the fantastic work being conducted by the charity with the food pantry and the other activities that they've got going off?
It just makes you so proud, doesn't it, Tom? I mean, me and because we live and breathe it, don't we? But and that was the thing in my team meeting the other week, about be proud of who we are. You're in the middle of a pandemic, and you've got Andy and his family and all the other volunteers helping the local community, getting the food bank out there. I mean, the chairman, well, the co-chairs are. The family's so kind as well. I think they're behind a lot of it as well, and they like to go under the radar and not take much praise, but they've come in and try and real galvanise a community and helping out at the times when they need, and makes us just be really proud. And I think if that can filter through to the pitch, and kind of it's got to happen, And these are the little things, Tom, that make football clubs at our level successful, you know. And I was saying to players, when you come into Ashton, make sure you say hi to Carol and Andy and thank them for their efforts in the week, and Patrick and the people who are doing the pitch. It's all them little things that go a long way and that bring you all together. And I think since I've been there, them little things have been missed. And I want them to know Carol's name, and I want them to have a minute with Patrick when they walk in and he asks them how they're doing. These are the tiniest little things that you can do to make a difference to someone's afternoon, and it all plays a part in us becoming together as one, really.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, Michael, to finish up before I let you go home and enjoy some family time, a message for the fans.
We just can't wait to get you back in there. Obviously, it was tough because the back end of the season when we done all right and that, and we kind of was gathering some real momentum then, and we can't wait. You know, we want to be more exciting. We've been a bit dull and lacked a few goals and what have you. So we're really looking to start 2021 with a bang when we can, like everyone else is. And we're just looking forward. And in the bar and that, you know, I know we are here to play football, but not even really got to know everyone yet. It'll be good to see some familiar faces, definitely, because they've probably missed it as much as we've missed them.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you very much for your time, Michael.
Thank you, Tom. See you soon.